Hello and welcome back to another how-to video for TrainerSync. This video will be going through progress, and this is very much a work in progress for us as well. We've actually just added a new category just today, and there's a fair bit that needs cleaning up with the graphs, but nevertheless, what this involves is us tracking our client goals, whatever they may be they strength, conditioning, body fat, body weight, or body measurements. And so here we've set up a couple of training goals already. This is in my admin account, so there'll be a couple of extra things for you to see here. For example, next to the priority of the goal, obviously you can set it as 5 different levels of priority. Often someone might have a body fat goal that's a priority and followed by a weight loss goal or a strength goal. And so you can order those. Then you've got the trainer. Obviously that won't be in a normal personal trainer account, but this is the trainer that's working with this client. And obviously I am working with myself here on this weight loss goal. This is the goal start. So it's the type of the category. It's a body weight task. This is the goal end, and this is the progress on the way. And then I've set another one up for Chris, which is fat loss, which is a percentage. So if I go to creating a new training goal up here on the top right hand side, you can see those categories that I mentioned before: body fat, body weight, body measurements, strength and conditioning. So if, say, we wanted to create a training goal that was involved around strength, you would click on strength. So the client, let's say we're going to deal with, let's say, Chris. So Chris is here. His goal, you can write it in, get a stronger squat. He wants to achieve this, then we can select the exercise. Excuse my Wi-Fi, it's a little bit slow. So all sorts of squats here, but I just want a straight squat. The goal start date, which can be today. The end date, so let's say we've got a 2-month training or a 3-month training cycle. So around this date, 3 months time. And the starting measurement, he's a bit of a weakling. It's not fair. 60 kilos starting measurement, and the goal measurement we'd like him to max out with 100 kilo. And in fact, you know what, I'd prefer it to be a 5 rep max. I'm just going to put it in the notes there, and that's going to be there's 4 categories, a high priority. Okay, so 40 kilos in 3 months seems entirely reasonable for a beginner with good technique. So let's hit create. And that should set up his new goal, and there it is. So get a stronger squat. Everything's there. As you can see, there's weight in kilos there. That's a little mistake. Like I said, this is a work in progress, but I'm enjoying showing you this nonetheless. So there you've got all those different things. I'm not going to show you them all individually because that would take too long, but then you can move on to exercise metrics. Now here, what I can do here is I could select myself, but let's select Chris again, and we could record a new exercise. Now this is entirely new from today. So let's say his current squat as of today, he managed, and one of the glorious things about this is that the search is currently switched off on this particular segment because they are fixing some things. So I'm just going to find squat there. It's not exactly difficult. We're going to go for 5 reps because that's what we were talking about before, and a weight, let's say he did today 65 kilos, and I will create that. So that's something he did today as part of his workout. Let's just pretend. And obviously right now in will come a graph, and this graph is very rough right now, but it tells the number of kilos here and the number of reps, and then over time this graph will change. Hopefully reps will go up and kilos will go up over time, obviously depending on what you're tracking exactly, but you can track these things for the squat and for any other exercise as well, obviously. And we have, I don't know, currently about 1,200 or so. I've got a list more to put in as well. And at the bottom here, obviously you've got the date you did it and the exercise type, and you can update it if you need to or delete it if you so desire. So moving on from that, you've then got, and that's quite powerful, I don't want to sort of limit that, that's actually a really useful tool for measuring strength and conditioning progress, because you can literally use it for everything. Now here you've got a body measurement goal, very simple to do, same sort of deal. I could select myself here, select the body part I want to measure. I would list the number of measurements at the maximum. Now this is actually only ever going to be used really for body fat. Again, this is all a new build, so this will be deleted very soon. But then you record the new measurement, and over time you will see different measurement graphs for different parts. Let's say you want to measure as a pretty standard measurements would be chest, waist and hips. Now, I mean, I like to go a little bit more in depth. These are basically just pretty much all of the measurements at the bottom here. These are for body fat. Again, these will be separated out in due course, but those were that over time you could hopefully see your chest getting bigger, waist and hips getting smaller. Same deal with fat measurements. They look exactly the same in terms of the measurement logs. And the same again for weight measurements. You can have your weight measurements over time. And obviously, if you've already selected a client, let's say, I'm not sure that I have actually used anything. But yeah, there you go. There's some measurements from me that I put in. Obviously, again, want to be able to change those graphs slightly so you can see a bigger change than just starting from 0 and going up to 180 kilos, which is slightly insane. But yeah, I've got 3 measurements there, and we will actually be putting in what those measurements were more easily than rather having a drop down menu as they are right now. Again, we won't be having a box here that says limit the number of measurements. But that's progress in a nutshell. Really powerful, the ability to track pretty much anything you would want to in terms of client training goals, for sure. Any strength goals, any conditioning goals, speed goals, weight goals, body fat goals, and measurements can be tracked really easily using this app. So yeah, get to it. Thanks for listening. Bye-bye.